All over West Michigan. This is 24-Hour News 8 Football Frenzy.
Well, hello again. Welcome to another rain-soaked, jam-packed edition of the Football Frenzy. This is week 3, which means we're a third of the way through the regular season. I'm Jack Tolles, joined by the Frenzy crew of Larry Figurski and Casey Jones. And we're going to start with our 3 spotlight games. First up, opening night, the OK White. East Grand Rapids hosting Lowell. Last year, those two went 4 overtimes to settle it. Another barn burner tonight. Lowell was up 16-0. Mikey Roth finds Sam Matthews over the middle. He rumbles 80 yards for the score, cut the lead to 16-6. Max Dean, already 2 touchdowns. Gonna punch one in from a yard out. That made it 22-6, his 3rd touchdown of the first half. East strikes again through the air. Roth to Matthews again. He's in for the score. It was 22-12 at the half. That was a 37-yard touchdown. Third quarter, East is going to tie it up. That's Brian Sterling, big East Grand Rapids fan. Here, Roth to Mason Banbury, 2-yard touchdown. They kick a field goal and took a 25-22 lead. But then Dean does it again, 2-yard touchdown. That's your game winner. Lowell wins at 30-25.
Spotlight number 2 shining on Rockford tonight in a pair of 2-0 teams who had outscored their opponents by 40 points or more this young season. The Rams entertaining the Sailors of Mona Shores, fresh off their first playoff appearance ever a season ago. Rockford hasn't missed the postseason in 20 years. A rainy night there as well. Mona Shores scored on its first play of the night, had a 7-3 lead then here when Tyler Bradfield takes it around the left side, gets a great block out in front by the wide receiver. 11 yards in, it was 10-7 Rockford. Mona Shores moved the ball between the 20s tonight. This guy, Deontay Moffitt, was incredible, but they missed a field goal. They had a penalty on a 4th down conversion, and then that fumble, one of 2 late in the game in the 4th quarter. Rockford recovered. Mona Shores would get it back one last chance here. 1.5 to go, 4th and 14, and Tyree Jackson's toss incomplete. They had a hard time throwing the ball tonight. Rockford did a nice job defensively. They hold off Mona Shores 10-7.
Our 3rd spotlight game opening night in the SMAC, and 2 teams that should be competing for the conference title met tonight to kick things off. Undefeated Portage Northern and undefeated St. Joseph. A couple teams averaging right around 40 points a game, and Northern going to kick things off right to start this. First play from the line of scrimmage, it's Josh Leiter. And look at him. Larry, you know he's all by myself. There we go. 80 yards up the middle, 7-3 Northern on top. And then Northern again, 4th and 7. I didn't know. Set to St. Joe's as Thomas Schefter gets drilled, and Corey Atcher going to turn the ball over on downs end with 24 seconds left in the first half. Facing 4th and goal after a Portage Northern turnover. Carter Hall stuffed by a swarm of Northern defenders. They had 3 tries at the goal line to get in, and they didn't. Schefter took down by Corey Atcher again. St. Joe going to come back in the second half to win this thing and pull out a 17-7 win.
Another battle of unbeatens in the SMAC West featured Stevensville, Lakeshore, and Portage Central. No singing allowed in the highlights here. Stevensville down 14-7 late. Chase McGrane makes a play. The touchdown pass sends this game to overtime. In the OT, Portage Central strikes first. Ben Mayoris, field goal. It's 17-14, so Stevensville needs a touchdown to win, and they go to the gadget. Trick play, and Jay Bauer is going to find the pylon. Stevensville Lakeshore beats Portage Central 20-17.
I said Clapton. Casey was Eric Carmen. Grandville Bulldogs off to a surprising 2-0 start under new head coach Eric Stiegel. They've been already matched their average win total of the last 3 years, hosting arguably the best team in the state, the Big Reds of Muskegon, and that's Keontae Whiteside down the near sidelines, 40 yards and in. It was 7-0 Muskegon right out the gate. Second quarter, Big Reds driving again. Caleb Washington's going to find a hole, and he goes 23 for the score. It was 14-0 Muskegon. Not the same Bulldogs, though. Boy, they battle back again. Second half now. Brian Capiello takes the handoff, works his way through defenders and in from 10 yards out. Grandville had cut it to 24-16. One possession game late. They got the ball back, 2 minutes to go. But Durant Smith comes up with a big sack for Muskegon. The Dogs hold off the Big Reds, hold off the Bulldogs, who at 2-1 with an 8-point loss to Muskegon, feeling pretty good about themselves. 24-16.
East Kent with his cruise through the first 2 weeks, and on the other side of things tonight, Union, they've lost 18 straight going back to 2012. Didn't get much better tonight. Falcons up 7-0, and that's Kyle Freiberg right on the money to Tristan Waters. 36-yard score. It was 15-0 EK. And that was just the beginning. Michael Ivey, the senior running back, another monster game, had over 200 yards last week. This, a 13-yard score. He finished with 185 yards on the ground and 4 TDs. East Kentwood rolls 62-0.
Another black-red matchup took place in Hudsonville. Third-ranked Eagles hosting Zeeland East. Here, Mason Oppel drops back and over the middle finds Jack Ellermetz. 14-yard touchdown, 14-0 Eagles. Still in the first quarter. Handoff to Kyle Toth. He's going to bust outside, dives into the end zone. 11-yard touchdown, 21-0. Student section very patriotic there tonight. And then Toth breaks the big one here, avoids 4 tackles. That's a 55-yard touchdown run, 118 yards, 3 touchdowns for Toth, and Hudsonville wins it 40-0. The Eagles are 3-0.
Casey is downloading Eric Carmen songs off iTunes. Tough assignment for the 1-1 Wildcats of Wayland tonight. Made the trip to Zeeland to meet the defending state champion unbeaten Ducks of West. After they did get in the end zone, the ensuing kickoff, Evan McDonald's going to take it back the other way, finds a wedge, and then takes this one all the way down to the 30-yard line. Finally corralled there. That, however, would set up this for the Ducks for play, a 4-yard play off the play action. TD makes it 16-6. Ducks led it in the second. Next possession, Tanner Van Dyke going to try to air this one out, and it is picked off by guess who? Evan McDonald. Had a great night. Another long return here. Zeeland West stays unbeaten. They win it tonight, 47-12.
And on the other side of things, Larry is over there downloading Boy George right now. Stop number 9, South Christian. The Sailors in danger of falling to 3-0. It was a tie game against Unity. That's Johnny Wassink, QB keeper. After a botched PAT attempt, they had to go for 2, and it was a 30-22 game. But in the fourth quarter, Unity rallying. Crusaders with it. Tony Vanderploeg dropping back. He's going to hook up with Christian Voss, who's going to bring it in and tie this ball game up at 30 apiece. They'd make the 2-point. This would go into OT. Unity failed to score. And then John Masselink for the Sailors. That's a game-winning field goal. And South Christian finally in the win column, 33-30 in OT.
All right, stick around. We're going to take a break, come back with highlights from a whole bunch more games on the Frenzy.